Hey everybody, it's Zach Tack, and welcome to my Sega Genesis review video. This is the first review on this channel, and I'll dive right in here with some of my compliments about the system that I really like. So, let's just start off with the nitty-gritty here. It has a longer controller wire than the SNES's. Which can be a little handy if you're, I don't know why it would be, but it's a compliment. It has 81 games pre-installed, but mind you, only about half of them are actual games, and the rest are like, arcade, simplistic games where you just try to get the best score. But you can plug it into ATV. And people could say, well, it's RCA, so the video quality isn't as good, but in my opinion, that's actually pretty nice. And most games are appropriate for children. I will direct your attention to this pie chart, and you will see you'll see the ratings. So as you can see, over half of the games are rated E for everyone. So, it also, I think the best thing about it is it takes the original cartridge. Like, what's the down thing about the NES and SNES Mini? And the Atari Flashback, ColecoVision, they don't take cartridges. Okay, I'm not sure about the ColecoVision Mini, but they don't take the old cartridges, so I find this pretty genius. So you don't need to buy the old system. You just need to get the Mini. But of course, what's a review without complaints? Seriously, everyone has them. I totally get complaints. There's no music during the menu. Just listen to this. Like, seriously. And if you caught it during that footage, the images are blurry too. Like, I mean very blurry. Like of the box art. You go on the NES or SNES, you could so read it. And also on the menu, not all the games have their full names displayed. Like, as you saw with Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, it just said Dr. Robotnik. So it's like, why? This is just because I'm such a modern gamer. In order to select a game, you have to hit start. Okay, I'm just not used to pressing start, I'm used to pressing A. And most of the games don't use the X, Y, or Z buttons on the controller. And every now and then, it seems like the audio isn't very clean, as in, it doesn't sound like its original counterpart. That could just be because of the memory on the system. And I get that they're, like, performing, like, in Sonic, a jump can sometimes mess up the audio in the background by a little, but in this case, it's like a different choice of instrumentation. And then, let's say there's a trilogy, like the Sonic games. They have Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But why is there Sonic and Knuckles and not Sonic 3? Because Sonic and Knuckles was supposed to be just an add-on to Sonic 3. So I would have rather had Sonic 3. But I figure it's because it's Sonic 3, you could save. Which brings me to my final and biggest complaint. There are no restore points. Seriously, there's no restore points. I can't stand that. Like, you go to play a Sonic game, or the Star Ride game, or about any game, and you're pretty much at the final boss, or like the final level, like you're pretty much done. And then you get a game over, and you're sent back to the very first act, stage, level, whatever you want to call it. It just gets so mad. So, in the end, I really did like the Sega Genesis. Would I recommend to buy it? Well, honestly, I grew up with Nintendo systems, so this was my first non-Nintendo system. So I'll just say I'll give it a 60 out of 100. It wasn't the best, but maybe even 70 out of 100. It was pretty good. I love how it had more than the SNES's library or the NES's library of games, and that it takes the old cartridges. Like, it is awesome. I would recommend it for those who really like the older 2D platform Sonic games or classic games in general, but I'd say the highlights were Sonic to me. And that's why it was referred to it, and that's why the footage that you're seeing on the screen right now is all Sonic. And so, I would recommend it. I think it was great. And, thank you for watching this video. Bye.